Hey gang, today's topic is on local government and the types of government that we see. The learning target is I can explain powers and operations of local government by examining a local public policy issue. Local government, it provides basic services such as drinking water, the police protection, garbage collection, public schools, and libraries. It's also left up to each state to establish local units of government for its citizens. So that's up to the state of Minnesota how they want to divide up the cities and towns and who has control over that. There are three types of local governments. There are counties, and for counties, they maintain records of deeds, mortgages, births, marriages, access and levy property taxes. That's really awesome. Administer elections, provide law enforcement through a sheriff, maintain a criminal court and a local jail, and administer state welfare programs. Counties also are responsible for public health and mental health, also recreation, including county parks. So that's a good thing. Towns and cities provide basic functions for our needs. They're also known as municipal governments, and they provide police, fire protection, streets, sanitation, parks and recreation. Probably not the same as the show, but that'd be cool if it was. Some cities also provide welfare services and public education. Townships are popular in the Midwest, where they act as subdivisions of counties and have the same responsibility as cities. So there's an interesting tidbit for you. And then the third one is special purpose districts. And uh, that one, they mostly carry out just one function. And it could be running a hospital, a park, mass transit, bridges, water. Minnesota, it might be mosquito control. Can you believe that? Sewage disposals, airports. They might have a convention center there. That might be something that they do. And then also we have special school boards, and the school board would take care of, they're the ones that set the budget and decide some of those policies that we have. So you've probably saw that on, channel 6 or 7, some of the local school board meetings, especially if you were having a hard time sleeping at night, you need to fall asleep, you should turn that on. That'll help you out. Or turn on one of these lectures, I guess. Ooh, that hurt. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's see. There are three forms of government. One is the mayor council system. And it looks like I have a picture here hiding some of the words, so I'm sure you can make that out. But it just says the mayor is the chief executive of the city government. They have the power to set the budget. They appoint city department heads. They can veto legislation, and they can control policy debate under this sort of system. And so the council then is the city's lawmaking body. That's what's under the picture there. And the mayor is the chief executive of the city government. So that's kind of what that's looking at there. And then the commission system. Um, The commissioners these are experts that run for office based on their formal training and civil management rather than on the political popularity. So that's a little bit different. They're running on, might be engineers or something that are really good at uh, creating or building something. And so one example is in Galveston. Uh, it was destroyed by a massive hurricane. Um, they believe that traditional government could not manage the rebuilding effort. A group of influential business leaders pressed for replacing the city council with a board of commissioners appointed by the Texas governor, because then they would be able to handle that. And the board's goal was to turn over the rebuilding effort to civil engineers and other skilled professionals. And so they adopted this commission system, and the commission system worked wonders for Galveston. New government rebuilt the city on higher ground and constructed a seawall to protect it from hurricanes. And seeing that success, many other cities adopted some of the same strategies. And the third type here, and actually the last type, is the council manager system. And so you can see the lovely graphic there. And just as most small cities operate under the council manager form, in this system, the balance of power favors the legislative branch or the city council, which has policy oversight and administrative authority in running city departments. The council appoints a city manager who administers city operations and has the power to hire and fire personnel based on limits set by the local merit system. The city manager is a full time professional executive who does not run for office, which is believed to make the decision making less political and less susceptible to corruptions. So if you're not running for office, that means that interest groups aren't getting into your pockets and things like that. So you're kind of above the law in that respect, that they don't have any reason to kind of persuade you because you're not looking for their vote anyway. The mayor in this system is either independently elected by the voters or is elected by a city council. And then the mayor usually presides over council meetings, but he or she has few budgetary powers. They can't veto bills and does not have the independent appointment powers beyond the council committees. So again, in summary, it just says citizens elect the city council, but the day-to-day job of running the city government is handled by a hired city manager. And those are the different forms of local government.